Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day regardless of this nice sea of red that we are seeing here across the market. So awesome trading day for those who are shorting, not so much for the longs. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk obviously about Pepe, see what's going on here. We're going to draw a correlation between Pepe and Bitcoin. So all those naysayers out there that feel like that's not a correlation, it's a thing, and I just need you to recognize that too, because it's typically the first sign that you see when a coin aligns itself with Bitcoin that it's no longer independent of Bitcoin. Big surprise, right? But more importantly, that's usually the start of the overall downtrend. Okay, so I'm not trying to concern you. I've got a lot of Pepe enthusiasts that watch this. It's perfectly fine. I'm not taking a side. I'm just telling you strictly, here are the facts. Here's what's going on. I've seen it in a lot of coins before too, so it could be the beginning of the initial end. Not to say there couldn't be a second wave later. I'm just saying that this could be the start of a further downside here, because we did lose a significant support for Pepe. So let's talk about that here. First of all, if you're new to the channel, love to teach people to trade, you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is the website, link down below. Also be sure to take advantage of our BINGX giveaway here. There's only 100 users that can register for this, but you get a $100 trading bonus, no minimum requirements or volume or deposit, just free money to trade with. It's a really cool little thing there. So thanks again, BINGX, for providing this opportunity to our Canadian, European, Oceanic, US and UK members there, because a lot of them were affected by Bybit going full KYC, and there's no KYC or VPN required for BINGX. Be sure to check that out, link down below. So the important thing here that we got to recognize, and this is kind of harder to see with the fibs, well, in fact, we'll draw those out again here. You can kind of see here that we have this support range and the resistance range, right? So we've been in the support range for some time, roughly about 10, 15 trading days, right? The key takeaway is that we are now below this. If we close below this 146, 147 range, we're going to be in a position right now where we're going to be stuck under a resistance level, okay? So keep in mind, that's not a good sign. That's not a good place to be. Furthermore as well, we can also see here on the MACD, correction, the RSI, that we are testing 50 on the RSI right now. So if we break down below and close below that, that will be the new resistance, and we will likely potentially have further downside moving forward. So none of this is really all that positive. We can also see the SMA, the 20-day SMA, obviously is still above it, but it's coming down now. So keep in mind, as that continues to lower, the price will inevitably be pushed down by it, but eventually, potentially, again, strong potential that this could happen eventually, the price will break above that and use it as a support. Again, consolation for later, not great for right now. So the daily doesn't look fantastic. We took that little momentum from yesterday, that uptrend, and really just put a big ol' stop into it. Okay, so that's where we're at there. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the 4-hour, and then draw that correlation to Bitcoin so you can kind of see that a little more clearer. But when we're looking at the 4-hour, we can see some positive here too. Not being below 50 on the RSI is a positive, but being close to 30 is. Now it's new territory for the most part for Pepe. And the last time Pepe hit 30 on the RSI, and the money flow was really low, we saw the price increase inevitably from there, okay? So we could potentially see a bounce here soon with the RSI being low. We just gotta wait for the money flow index to be lower as well. Typically when the money flow is low and the RSI is low, we'll see that shift in momentum, that bounce off that support, because there's no more selling pressure. Nobody has any more coins left, right? So it's kind of one of those things, you can only sell so much. And at this point, we're hitting that tentative bottom, okay? So that's a positive consolation there on the 4-hour. Obviously, as well, the MACD is still diverging. Nothing to really say there. When it comes to the moving averages, this is one consolation as well that I think is positive. The 200 finally surfaced here. So in other words, we now have officially over 200 4-hour candles on the chart. So we can see here that the price action is potentially bouncing off that level. Now keep in mind, there's a strong correlation again here between Bitcoin's behavior and Pepe's behavior. Most coins are struggling right now, so it's no exception. So the fact that there's no exception here for Pepe and it's not outperforming any other coin is par for the course. It's an altcoin, it's going to get hit just as well as others. Okay, so now that it's aligned itself with Bitcoin, we can expect it to respond fairly similar and or synonymously with it. Again, immediate future, probably more so than distant future. It'll change, it can evolve, etc. But the bottom line is that massive sell-off from Bitcoin, massive sell-off from Pepe. Okay, so be sure to watch my Bitcoin videos if you want to be familiar with how that works, because that's essentially the one thing that's like strong catalyst here for Pepe to go up or down. Okay, so just bear that in mind. That being said, we bounced off the 200 potential support level there, right at the 133 range. Okay, so take a look at the 1-hour, kind of see what's going on here. This is where things kind of get interesting. And again, just to connect the two here, connect the dots, we can see here that Pepe and Bitcoin look pretty similar, do they not? Does that pattern look familiar? I don't know. Maybe. It might look similar. I could be wrong. Is that similar? I can't be sure. Maybe you could tell me. Comment below. Let me know. But okay, enough sarcasm aside. It's absolutely correlating with Bitcoin and running concurrent with it. So just bear that in mind. Understand that if in order for Pepe right now to do well, we have to see some kind of consistency from Bitcoin. It will probably break free from Bitcoin once we see the price actually going sideways and up again. But if Bitcoin continues to retrace and go down to retest that 25,300 to 26,000 range like we're expecting, then we're going to see a similar sell-off to Pepe. So not saying you need to sell your Pepe, just saying that this might be a good dollar cost average opportunity as the price comes down, because it'll probably come down with it and or increase with Bitcoin as well. Okay, so what else do we want to extract here? Well, take a look at TD sequential. We can see an overextension. Bitcoin coincidentally had the exact same thing. We saw a 9 on TD sequential on Bitcoin, and of course we're down to a 4 now for Pepe. So what that basically means is we have roughly 5 hours left of continuation potential to the downside. You take a look at this here too. We got 5 hours left of traditional trading markets. Big surprise. It's very common for overextensions to occur and to finish near the end of the trading day. And a lot of times you'll see at the end of each trading day, the price will either go up or down definitively in a lot of cases. Just today, the price shot straight down when the markets opened. It could absolutely recover as soon as the day ends, okay? So just some stuff there to kind of think about, some big picture things. Is it definitive it's going to continue lower? It is if Bitcoin does, right? That's the key takeaway here. The bottom line is, though, if you have a short open for Pepe, there's no reason to want to close it. You've got a good 24-hour spread here before you have any consideration for the price action to turn itself around, okay? So if the price doesn't turn itself around in the next 24 hours, we can expect the price to continue potentially sideways or up from there, okay? But for right now, you're pretty safe to keep your short position open because we have a lot of confirming factors here on the cloud and kind of letting us know that we've got at least 5 hours of potential for the downside. So I would say reevaluate once today's trading day closes, kind of see what's going on, but just know that this right here is going to be a strong resistance level, okay? Right there at 147, 148, right in that range, that's exactly where we're going to see some resistance because that is a new resistance level because it was a previous support. You can see the price tried to hold right there, couldn't, and continued lower. So interesting stuff, but par for the course, absolutely standard stuff. So, again, absolutely feel free to enjoy and to, love the Pepe community. There's a lot of cool folks there. I'm super thankful for everyone coming over and to support the channel. But I can tell you, though, that if you are attaching yourself emotionally to a coin, you're only going to wreck yourself and hurt yourself. You got to look at the data without emotion and try to detach yourself from that and just be real with yourself. This is absolutely a coin that's aligned with Bitcoin, as is most altcoin right now. There's very few exceptions. And with Pepe no longer being an outlier and Bitcoin being potentially coming down further, what do you think is going to happen? So just kind of think about that. Try not to attach yourself too hard to a thought or an idea, because those things don't really help you in trading. Okay. Again, awesome community. Thanks so much again for your support. Do appreciate you guys and gals, but I do also want you to just be realistic with yourself. Make sure you don't get wrecked too. Okay. So patience is key here. Please be patient and make sure you wait this one out. And again, we got FOMC minutes coming up here in just a couple of hours. It's going to be an interesting thing. That's a strong likelihood, the major catalyst as to why Bitcoin sold off this morning and last night from Asian markets. All right, thanks again for joining me here. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in tomorrow's video. Take care.